Catastrophic flash flooding swept through Reynolds and Iron counties in southeastern Missouri after slow-moving thunderstorms parked over the region and unleashed what the National Weather Service called a 1-inch to 1,000-year rainfall event, dumping 8 to 12 inches of rain in a matter of hours. Some spots saw even more. Reynolds County Emergency Management reported roughly 11 inches by mid-Friday morning, with parts of Iron and Reynolds counties eventually seeing 7 to 12 inches total. The deluge sent the Black River rising about 8 feet in a single hour, triggering a flash flood emergency, the National Weather Service's highest-level flood alert, for more than 4,000 people across northwest and southern Iron County and northeastern Reynolds County. Lesterville absorbed the worst of the disaster. Residents described homes filling with water to the point that a dirt line was left on interior walls marking how high the river had climbed before it began to recede. The town's main lifeline suffered as well. Highway 21, one of the primary routes into and out of Lesterville, partially collapsed, cutting the community off from surrounding areas and severely hampering both evacuation and rescue efforts. A culvert failure ultimately forced the closure of that stretch of highway entirely. In Annapolis, floodwaters submerged streets and isolated neighborhoods, with local officials reporting flooded homes and ongoing water rescues as creek and river water overtook roads and bridges. The Black River near Annapolis was forecast to crest around 18 feet, as the same surge of water that had devastated Lesterville pushed downstream. Recreational areas fared no better. Johnson's Shut-In State Park and Taumsauk Mountain State Park were both forced to close as floodwaters overran trails, campsites, and infrastructure. The danger was especially acute at Camp Taumsauk, a summer camp near Lesterville, where rising water washed out access roads and trapped roughly 200 to 230 children and counselors. The Army National Guard flew the trapped campers out by Black Hawk helicopter to a nearby elementary school, where they were reunited with their families, and authorities later confirmed all children at the camp were safe. The Black River itself became the defining threat of the disaster, surging to an all-time record high of 28.7 feet, far surpassing anything the river had reached before. One woman who fled the Twin Rivers campground area described the terror of driving out as the water rose around her. Her headlights disappeared underwater, the flood reached her windows, and her vehicle briefly lifted off the ground and floated before she made it to safety with her children in the car. Officials repeated the now familiar warning to the public throughout the crisis. Stay out of moving water and turn around rather than attempt to drive through a flooded road. Campgrounds along the river bore the heaviest toll. At Bearcat Getaway, also called Bearcat Hideaway, roughly 20 people had taken refuge on top of a structure at the campground when the building collapsed, putting many of them into the floodwaters. Initial reports feared as many as 10 to 17 individuals may have entered the river in the collapse, setting off an intensive search and rescue operation. 5 campers who had briefly gone missing from the same site were located within hours, and by Friday evening authorities confirmed everyone from the rooftop collapse had been accounted for and rescued safely. Twin Rivers Campground and River's Edge Campground were likewise overrun, with rapid currents destroying structures, sweeping away equipment, and stranding visitors who had to be pulled out by swiftwater rescue teams. Rescue operations themselves ran into trouble. 2 rescue boats capsized amid the fast-moving current during the response. All of the first responders aboard were safely rescued, and no serious injuries were reported. The region's road network took heavy damage beyond Lesterville. A section of Highway 49 near Black, Missouri, washed away entirely, while numerous county roads across Reynolds County were left underwater or impassable, complicating both evacuations and the flow of emergency supplies. Officials urged residents to avoid unnecessary travel altogether as long as the flood emergency remained active. As displacement mounted, Lesterville R4 School opened its doors to anyone needing a safe place to stay, and the American Red Cross opened a shelter at the First Assembly of God Church in Centerville for residents driven from their homes. By Saturday morning, crews had carried out more than 350 water rescues across southern Missouri, involving residents, campers, and stranded motorists. The human cost extended beyond Reynolds County. In neighboring Crawford County, floodwaters swept a woman from her home after washing away a wall, and she was later found dead roughly 2 miles downstream from her residence, becoming the disaster's first confirmed fatality. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe declared a state of emergency and activated the state's Emergency Operations Plan, urging anyone near rivers, streams, or campgrounds to move to higher ground and stay alert to changing weather, as forecasters warned that already saturated ground left the region vulnerable to renewed flash flooding through the weekend.
I always have one tattoo.
I'd say, I mean, ours is the same. Ours is probably behind. That's not ours.
Is your mommy?
This one is about move.
Yeah, yours is definitely, because the way it was sitting, the way that current was going, it was going to hit it from the side there. The sides.
The sides?
It got it.
If this video helped you stay informed, please consider subscribing to Storm Strike for continued updates on this developing story and other severe weather events across the country. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video valuable. Turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss our latest coverage, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us continue bringing you timely, accurate storm coverage. Stay safe out there.